Are you ready to embark on an endless adventure where every decision matters? Stay tuned to discover the best roguelike and roguelite games of 2024 that will keep you on the edge of your seat. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hi and welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Vashiral and this is Telplay. And together with Zira and Lorena, in today's video I'll be talking about top 10 roguelike and roguelite type of games of 2024. These games are all types of games in nature, from card games to typical roguelike games like Hades, which I'll be talking about in this video. So that's a little bit of spoiler, but I'm pretty sure you knew about that. It's gonna be in this list. Two other games that you might not expect. So if you are interested to find out new games that you want to enrich your library with and also enjoy, if you like a little bit of a challenge, then stick around until the end as I'll be sharing a bonus. Now, before we begin, I'm sorry for all the sounds and noises that are coming. We have now two birds and this is gonna make the whole recordings much more difficult. So let's get into that list and not talk anymore unless Zira or Lorena is gonna ruin the video. Okay, so we'll start with the most popular ones on the list, as I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know. So the first one is Hades 2, developed by Supergiant Games and published by the same. Hades 2 continues the story of the Greek god with a new protagonist, Melino, featuring fast-paced combat and rich storytelling just like the first one. This game has launched in the 6th of May and has been very well received by fans. Players will explore the underworld with new mythological challenges and divine abilities, maintaining the series' high replayability and engaging narrative. With stunning visuals and dynamic soundtrack, Hades 2 sets a new bar for roguelike games. So if you've been a fan of Hades 1 and really enjoyed the story, what are you waiting for? Picking this game is an absolute no-brainer. That being said, let's move on to the next game, which is Balatro. Created by Local Thunk and published by PlayStack, Balatro combines card battling with roguelike mechanics in a dark fantasy world. Released in February, it challenges players with strategic deck building and dungeon crawling. The game's unique card battle system and eerie atmosphere promises a gripping and strategic experience. Expect to face unpredictable enemies and uncover hidden lore as you progress. Now, I've heard a lot about this game. It is on my radar, and everything that I have listed here, they will end up being in my wishlist or they're already in my wishlist. So I'm talking about games that I personally am interested in. I have a lot of friends who played Balatro and they are really encouraging other people to try this game out. It's overwhelmingly positive on Steam, and pretty much every single game that I share is very well received by many. That being said, let's move on to the next game. The next one I featured in previous video where I talked about switching to PC gaming, and that is the Rogue Prince of Persia. Developed by Evil Empire, the guys behind Dead Cells, and published by Ubisoft, this game reimagines the classic Prince of Persia series with roguelike elements, featuring time-bending mechanics and procedurally generated levels. It hits the shelves on the 27th May, so releasing a few days ago in early access. Players will experience the thrill of parkour and combining ever-changing environment, making each playthrough unique. The game's intricate puzzles and fluid combat system offers a fresh take on the beloved franchise. To be honest, I have been a big fan of Prince of Persia, and I know a few of you who enjoy Assassin's Creed originally enjoyed the Prince of Persia series. So because we don't have that many Prince of Persia games, I'm surprised to see that we are having so many new releases coming from Ubisoft to this beloved franchise. I'm really happy that they're trying to take a different approach, and I'm curious to see where this game's development is going forward. Sure, this has been developed by the guys behind Dead Cells, a very reputable IP with a lot of people that love this kind of games, so I'm trusting that this game is gonna be in good hands when it comes to development, but we'll see how Ubisoft is gonna treat their audience audience. That being said, let's go to the next game, which is the fourth one, which is another beloved IP, and that is called Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Yes, this is a roguelike survivor type of game, very similar to Vampire Survivors. From the Fundai Games and published by Ghost Ship Games, this roguelike spin-off of the popular Deep Rock Galactic series focuses on surviving endless hordes in a mining colony. It was released back in February. With its cooperative gameplay and intense survival elements, it adds a fresh twist to the original game's formula. Players must work together to mine resources and feed off alien threats in an ever-changing environment. Now, if you do love this type of games where you have roguelike and you have survival, Vampire Survivors and other games like that, which I made 2 videos about, you're definitely gonna be interested in picking this game out. It's very well received on Steam right now, and I think it's definitely worth picking this game out. The next one is gonna come a little bit as a surprise, and this is Chrono Ark. Developed and published by AI Fine, Chrono Ark mixes roguelike gameplay with RPG elements and deck building mechanics. In this game, players recruit heroes to restore a shattered world. This game released back in May, and the game's deep character customization and strategic battles offer an endless replayability and a rich narrative experience. Each hero bringing unique skills to the team, making party companions crucial for success. I thought this game looks really interesting, and because it combines RPG with roguelike, I thought it is quite an interesting take. Its art style takes much more an anime approach compared to the other games on this list, and if you love anime art style or you've been interested in this kind of art style, you're definitely gonna like this game. It's very well received on Steam, and I'm personally interested to try this game out. On number 6, we have Rotwood. Developed and published by Clay Entertainment, Rotwood is a charming yet challenging roguelike featuring whimsical graphics and comparative gameplay. It invites players to explore enchanted forests and battle bizarre creatures. This game released back in April, and the game's colorful art style and the engaging co-op mechanics makes it a delightful journey for friends. Players can craft and upgrade equipment to better tackle the forest's many challenges. I thought this game looks really interesting. I like the art style and the idea behind it. You have friends to play with. This is definitely a good game to pick up. There's a couple of games from Clay Entertainment that I personally enjoy, so I thought that why not check this game out. Moving on, we have Inkbound. From the makers of Monster Train, which is a very well received game, Shiny Shoe, the developers and publishers of this game, Inkbound offers a unique blend of roguelike and RPG mechanics in a storybook world. This game released back in April of the 9th, so not too long ago, and it emphasizes cooperative play and strategic combat. Once again, if you like to play with friends, this is a great opportunity to do so. Players navigate beautiful illustrated realms, making choices that impact their stories and abilities. With its involved gameplay and captivating art, Inkbound promises a magical adventure. So I really thought this game looks great, and I wanted to share with you guys. Of course, like Chrono Ark, this is an RPG as well, and I like the fact that your choices can impact the stories and the abilities. I really thought that that's a cool touch. Now moving on, I talked about this game not too long ago in another video, and this is for those who are fans of BlazBlue. So obviously you probably will know which game that is, and that is BlazBlue Entropy Effect. Developed and published by 91 Arc, this roguelike adapts the BlazBlue fighting game universe into a thrilling roguelike format. Players fight through randomized stages, familiar characters from the BlazBlue series. This game launched back in February of 14, so it was quite some time now, and it's still very well received, and I'm surprised how popular it was on Steam, with a lot of copies sold and reviewed. This game combines intense combat with roguelike progression. It brings a new dimension to the beloved franchise that I personally like. I like when developers take an IP that a lot lot of people love, and they tried to do a spin-off. We haven't seen this being done with any other fighting game, so having to see this one with BlazBlue is an interesting take. And I really hope this whole franchise, as it roots out into the roguelike and the other genres that is in, will sprout with new life and more sequels. So I'm curious to hear, what do you think about this game? Have you picked it up before? Let me know in the comments. Moving on to number 9, it's Slice and Dice. Developed and published by Tan, Slice and Dice is a minimalist roguelike that focuses on dice-based mechanics with tactical decision. Clean, retro aesthetic. It was released back on the 20th of March, which was overlooked by a lot of people in my opinion. The game's simplicity in design hides a deep and engaging strategy element that will keep players coming back for more. Dice rolls determine your fate, making every game critical in this tactical adventure. If you enjoy games offer you that possibility for you to play with dice, for example Baldur's Gate 3, then you're definitely gonna find this game quite interesting because of its mechanics. So let me know, what do you think about that? That being said, let's talk about the 10th game, Anomaly Agent. Developed and published by Pew Pew Games, Anomaly Agent combines cyberpunk aesthetics with roguelike gameplay. Players navigate a dystopian world as an agent with unique abilities. The game's atmospheric storytelling and challenging missions make for an immersive and thrilling experience. As you uncover the truth behind the anomalies, you'll face tough choices that shape your path. This game was released back in January, so it is the oldest game on this list when it comes to release date. So it was in January, and if you haven't heard about this one, well, you're hearing about it now. Lastly, I will leave you with bonus games, as it was a little bit difficult to choose just one of them, and the first one is Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper was developed by Gravity Lagoon and published by Hypertrain Digital, and this is another roguelike game with survivor-like elements where you get to try to survive as much as possible with simple controls and pretty good graphics in my opinion for a survivor game like this. This game combines fast-paced action with strategic defense mechanism. Players must manage resources, upgrade abilities, and fend off waves of enemies in procedurally generated levels. With its vibrant graphics and challenging gameplay, Gatekeeper offers a fresh and engaging take on the roguelike genre. This game's dynamic difficulty scaling ensures that both new and veteran players find it a rewarding challenge. Realm of Ink. Realm of Ink is a Ink-style action roguelite game. This game is developed and published by Leap Studio, and it takes great inspiration from games like Hades. While pursuing the fox demon, the sword woman Red unexpectedly finds her life is dictated by the destiny within the world of the book. Only by breaking free she can unveil the truth of her existence and challenge the constraints of faith. I thought that this game looks really interesting, and you're digging the Hades art style but you want a different approach. Well, this is it. You get to play something that is developed by Chinese developers that they seem really talented, and the gameplay is stunning. And lastly, just to keep an eye out for, this game is coming very soon on the 7th of June, and this game is called Dragon is Dead. Developed by Team Sanet and published by PM Studios Inc., this game is expected to release, as I said, this June. Dragon is Dead, it's an hack and slash roguelite action platformer. It offers tons of customization that you can really have a lot of fun with different character skill trees and legendary equipment. Overcome repeated deaths to defeat Guernian, the leader of the Dark Dragon. Now, I don't know much about the game and how is it gonna be, but I personally really like the pixelated art style. So if you are interested in that, wishlist this game or just wait a little longer until it comes out. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments which of the roguelike or roguelike are you most interested in this video. Drop them down in the section below. As always, if you want to support this channel, all you have to do is hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me a lot to reach out to other people who want to know more about roguelike games or other genres. So that's all I wanted to share. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay safe, take care, and happy gaming.